Hi. So today I want to talk about how we rob ourselves of the now. So yesterday I was walking the dogs. We're currently fostering an English bulldog, and some of you may know that our previous English bulldog, Ophelia, passed away earlier this year, and so we decided to take in another um, English bulldog to foster, and we um, already have our French bulldog, so we had the two dogs before. So our French bulldog has a tendency to be um, possessive. He's a bit insecure. Anyway, side note, um, doing dog behavioralist stuff and training me and all of that. So, anyways, yesterday I was walking them, and the bulldog that we're fostering was visiting with my neighbor and some kids, and I didn't know it, but our Frenchie was behind me, and he was going into his insecurity and his possessiveness over me in relation to the English bulldog and then the kids and the neighbors, because he knows them, and to me I believe he associates that he already um, has a connection with them. And so he had a moment where he tried to snap at the English bulldog, and out of possessiveness. And it's never easy when your dogs don't get along well. And, so you have to manage things and make sure that you're doing it right, meaning like doing it according to what the dog behavioralist suggests, and am I correcting at the right time, and all that stuff. So all of this happened yesterday. But today in meditation this morning, I started to, like, at the beginning of my meditation, I started to like rehash like what happened, why did it happen, how come I didn't see the signs, and maybe I should have seen it sooner, and what is it that I'm missing, and then I'm judging myself, and I'm judging the dogs, and and like feeling guilt and weirdness about having that happen in front of my neighbors. And side note, both dogs are fine. No contact was made. There was just some growling and some snarling, and it was corrected. But I was reliving it and rehashing it during the beginning of my meditation, as my mind was sort of, and my ego was sort of fighting me a little bit. But what I discovered is that, hey, wait a minute. Why am I reliving something that um, not no longer exists necessarily, but that is no longer happening? Why am I reliving that? Because all I have is the now. So that's how dogs live. They live in the now. They don't hang on to stuff. They're not like the great grudge holders or anything like that. They work it out and then they move on, and that's it. And so I was thinking, gosh, I'm sort of robbing myself of these first 5 minutes of meditation and like being in that moment just by rehashing an event that was yesterday. And then, of course, my mind is like, I wonder how many times I've done this in my life, just in general, wasted the moment. Not, and then it wasn't, and then it occurred to me, uh, I'm doing it right now. Like, I'm rehashing my rehash of the events that happened yesterday, and then I'm curious and wondering. So what I've realized during meditation is the point is not to force yourself to be back into meditation, but to just treat the chatter as if they're clouds just passing by, and not follow the breadcrumb trail that will lead you in circles and circles and circles of thought. So I realized a second time that I was actually not being in the moment by wondering how many times it had been that I had done that before. It's a vicious cycle. Anyways, so it and then I just kind of sat with it and was like, okay, this is oftentimes what when folks first begin to do their meditations, this vicious cycle of um, having a challenging time not following the thought breadcrumb trail that happens when you sit and meditate. And so it's just a matter of being in that moment truly, completely, and recognizing, okay, I'm wandering a bit. I'll see those thoughts pass by and be back in the moment. Feel the couch under me, feel my feet on the ground, my body's in the moment, and go from there. Found it really interesting, though, that even it was something that just doesn't matter now, that drew me away from being present. Being present. So, are you robbing yourself of being in the moment, in the now, by focusing on past events, past thoughts, past actions, past anything? And are you able to recognize those moments to then be fully present and get back into your body, get back in touch with your body, and be in the moment?